Okay, so today's video is going to be more on the serious side, I suppose. As you can probably tell from the title, we're going to be talking about not just the gatekeeping that happens inside the Resident Evil community, but just other things as well that I've personally noticed. Not just on my channel, which it rarely happens, by the way. But, you know, if you go on Twitter quite regularly, if you go on Reddit occasionally, and even, you know, other YouTube videos, like, you see people like this, and it is kind of unnecessary, really. I get completely that it's the internet and people like this exist because it's safe for them to do it this way. But, you know, it's still pretty shitty. And I kind of want to go over it and what I've seen and my own general thoughts on the whole kind of topic at hand. So this is a bit more of a ranty video than anything else. And just bear with it, because I'm going to be mentioning some of you personally, not in a bad way, by the way. I think most of you are all pretty kind of chill and everyone's kind of nice and stuff like that, but there is a few random comments that pop up sometimes that are kind of like, they do fall in that category of being toxic, I guess. So let's just go into it. Let's just get into it. So the phrase that I always see online, and it's more prominent in these discussions, you would say, is real Resident Evil fans. And this is not something that's just used in Resident Evil. This is across, you know, any kind of fan base, I would imagine. You know, there's people that consider themselves the real fans, you know. And I think that is such a dumb statement. Now, to jump in with, you know, my personal history with the series, I'm almost 23 years old. I am a couple years younger than the original game. I have since obviously gone back and played those games many times, which I'm sure you've all seen me stream and play and talk about anyway. So I'm quite familiar with, you know, basically every entry in the series, except a couple of random, quite small spin-offs. So, but I'm pretty confident I know a lot about the games and stuff like that. But regardless of that, you know, I joined mainly through Resident Evil 4 and 5. My first kind of big memory of playing a Resident Evil game was playing Resident Evil 4 on a Nintendo Wii in a friend's house. And then again, playing Resident Evil 5 twice, all the way through in one day, around a friend's house. Like, they're the memories I have from first getting into the series, you know? And Resident Evil 5 is a game that has mixed opinions, and I always hold it as in such high regard. Like, I really like Resident Evil 5. And there's a lot of people out there who would disagree with me in an instant. But, you know, apparently, you're not allowed to like Resident Evil 5 online. Not everywhere, but there's a large amount of people that would say you can't like that game, it's not a real Resident Evil game, you're not a real Resident Evil fan. And that's when the phrase comes in, and it annoys me. This is also something that comes up when you talk about Resident Evil 7 and 8, and it's literally because the game's in first person. How does that make a difference? Like, honestly. But anyway, that's beside the point. My point is, I know a lot of you guys, like different games in the series more so than others, and it doesn't even have to be, you know, a specific game. It can be a certain character in a game, it can be a certain moment in a game, how a game is played, you know, anything really. I think the main person that comes to mind to me on my channel, Dusan, I believe, if you are watching this video right now, you are really fond of Lady Dimitrescu, really fond, and I completely understand your reasoning, and I completely get it. A lot of people would agree with you as well. Do I think she's as good as you may think? Probably not, but I still think she's a good character, regardless. And I remember one time, I think this was recently, you obviously mentioned, you know, you're a really big fan of the character, stuff like that, and then this other guy came into the comment and just basically, he didn't shit talk you, but he kind of just talked down to you a little bit about it. And it just got out of hand, really, and it's unnecessary, you know? Like, I've always kind of, from when I started doing Resident Evil as a primary thing, and every time I've had discussions in videos or live streams or whatever, I've always said, you know, no opinion about the series, at least on my channel, is a bad opinion. Like, if you like something that not many people would agree with, you can say that. Like, no one's gonna judge you here, I don't think. And I would, you know, I would always say, like, the community I have, you know, it's not huge, but again, most of you guys, especially the more active people in the comments and stuff like that, and I'm sure many of you who aren't so active in the comments and chat are the same. They're all kind of understanding, like, they're not horrible people. They're all kind of, you know, just let you have your own opinion. They're not going to argue with you. I think kind of saying someone's not a real fan of a series because they don't agree with you specifically is a pretty shitty thing to say. You can be a fan of a series and not explore every aspect or enjoy every aspect of the games or any other media involved with the series, Like, you can be a fan of Resident Evil and only ever have played Resident Evil 6, A good game. Not many people think it's great, but it's a good game. And if that's the one you like the most, then go crazy. Like, that's good. You enjoy the game, that's fine. You're a fan. You're a fan of Resident Evil. You like Resident Evil 6, that's fine. You could be a fan of the W.S. Anderson movies, and you could be considered a fan of Resident Evil because you like those films a lot, Like, that's okay too. You can be a fan of Resident Evil Resistance, the multiplayer games, Umbrella Corps. You can like those games and be considered a fan. Like, it comes under the Resident Evil name. Like, you don't have to have played and done every single thing in the series to be a fan of the game series, okay? Anyone who says that to you, or thinks that, is dumb, honestly. So, like I've said already, like, I always try and build a community of people who have different opinions, and, everyone accepts their opinions. I've had many times in the comments on my channel, people discuss their own thoughts on things, not in an argument, not getting out of hand and shit-talking each other, just kind of talking about what they think. And that's good to see, it's good to have people who think different things about certain things, like certain topics, having different opinions on certain topics and certain games. I have a few people here who don't like Resident Evil 7 because it's in first person. Again, completely understandable if you don't like the game because it's in first person. And I have people that do like first person more so. And again, that's fine too. Like, I think the whole it being in first person means it's not a Resident Evil game opinion is dumb. But I understand the I'm not a fan of first person perspective argument. Like, that's different. You know what I mean? Does that make sense? Like, that's a different thing. Not liking the perspective is one thing, but saying it's not a Resident Evil game because it's in that perspective is dumb as fuck, honestly. But, like I said at the beginning of the video, it's the internet. Okay, these people are going to appear everywhere. Usually, for the most part, I either ignore the comments that come up, or just remove them because they're irrelevant. Like, I'm fine with people coming into the YouTube comments and saying their opinions about the video, or about the topic in the video, or whatever, but don't be a dick about it, okay? Like, just say what you want to say, politely, to whoever you may be saying it to, whether it's me, or anyone else in the comments. I'm pretty kind of, me personally, I'm pretty kind of, like, I can deal with the criticism of my own opinions and stuff like that, or how the video is made and stuff like that. Like, it doesn't really bother me that much. But others might not be like that. You might say something to someone in the comments, and it might genuinely, like, not upset them, but, like, they might take it to the heart, and, it's not good. You don't know what people are like. So, my point is, honestly, with this video, let people think what they want to think, let people play what they want to play, and enjoy what they enjoy, and, if you don't agree with what they're playing, or what they like, then just leave it. Like, let them do what they want to do, And obviously, it's not all of you. Like, a lot of the active people in my YouTube comments are all very nice people. They're all kind of... I like to consider the few people that appear in most comments like the inner circle of the group of the active people. And, I appreciate all of those people. And, if people watch the videos who don't comment often, that's fine as well. Like, you're there and you're supporting it, and that's fine. But, there's a couple of names out there that come up and have their own opinions and talk about things in a polite way. So, Dusan, you're there too. Owen, you're there. Goat, you're there. Spades, you're also there. Obviously, Spades is my moderator, and she's pretty cool too. Like, you're all kind of, like, I get it. You all have your own opinions, and I agree with. I don't agree. Maybe I don't agree with all of them, but I accept them. Like, it's your opinion. You have it. That's fine. I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not going to judge you about it. And it's good to see you guys kind of, like, share your thoughts and discuss it with others in the comments in a polite way. So it's good to see, because I always want to see that, rather than unnecessary arguments or shit talking of anyone. But that's basically it. I guess I just wanted to ramble about the whole topic in general. Don't gatekeep people, please. Don't call anyone a fake fan because they like something different to you, or if they like the first person perspective, they should go play something else. You know, you hear it all the time. It's so dumb. I could keep going. And there's more topics to go over than just the whole, you know, gatekeeping and toxic thoughts. And I don't know. I don't really know where I'm going with the end of this, but you get the gist of the video. Be nice to each other, really. That's really all I got. You know, don't bully people. You know, that's basically it. Don't bully people. You know, just let people get on with what they want to do. Let people like what they want to like, and just get on with each other. But yeah, that's gonna do it. Bit of a weird video to post, I know, but it's been something I've wanted to post for a while, and haven't really got around to doing it yet. So here it is, a bit of a ramble for about 12 minutes, I think. So yeah, that'll do, and I'll see you all tomorrow.